Let's talk about the top 10 worship songs for Christmas 2022. If you're planning your worship services, check these songs out because these are the most popular songs right now. And of course, I'm not just picking these songs out of thin air. This is actually from a list from praisecharts.com. They're a website where you can get chord charts for your worship team, but that's important for us because what they do is they take all of the information from all of the chord charts that are gotten from their website and they compile the data into these lists. So these are data-driven songs, the best songs of 2022 for Christmas. Let's get into it. Starting off with number 10, it is Noel by Daigle. This is what I would call a hauntingly beautiful song, right? Is it like in a minor key? I don't know. It feels like it's in a minor key. I guess it starts in a minor key in the verse and creates some intrigue, and then it opens up with a big crescendo into the chorus. Noel, Noel, that part. And I actually used this song as an opener in my church Christmas service like 4 years ago, maybe. The song came out in 2015. So it's been on the list for a while, which probably means it's worth a listen at least. Check out Noel by Daigle. Number 9 on the list is Silent Night, Heavenly Peace by We the Kingdom and Maverick City Music. I first heard this song when I went to see the Chosen Christmas special in the theaters. If you're familiar with that, this song was somewhere in that. It might have been the first song, I forget. I just remember they were sitting in a town and they were singing Silent Night, Heavenly Peace. This has sort of a gospel-y vibe. It takes the standard Silent Night arrangement and makes it a little bit more gospel-y with some cool chords in it. And then of course they add the alternative chorus in there at the end, which is like, come rest your eyes on the King, Jesus, our heavenly peace. So it's kind of drawing this parallel between sleep in heavenly peace and Jesus being our heavenly peace. Now for me, in my church services, Silent Night is pretty much reserved for candle lighting, and whenever we do that, it's this almost a cappella, simple, stripped down moment. So I probably won't be doing this one for my services, but if you want to try something different and you don't usually do Silent Night during that time together during candle lighting, then this might be the song for you. Number 8 on the list is Noel by Tommy Prophet and Stanage. I think that's how you say it. Which is interesting because now we have the song Noel twice on the list. This one, though, follows the traditional Christmas carol, the song Noel, and then it ends with this huge choral ending. And so if you don't know Tommy Prophet is like a music producer, arranger, so he arranged all of this. And then Stanage, I'm still not sure if I'm saying that right. Albert Stanage, I think he's Albanian or something. He's some pop music star that I've never heard of, but maybe you have, which brings me to the point that if you are going to try this arrangement, definitely change the key because you cannot sing like Stanage. He hits, I looked up, there's like a range finder on the Praise Charts website. I'll pop a picture up here, and he hits a high B in the original arrangement. That's insane. Number 7 on the list is Away in a Manger, Forever Amen by Phil Wickham. And I really like what Phil Wickham did with this song because he took what I considered, and maybe this is just, let me know if it's different for you down in the comments. Maybe it's just for me, but in the church where I grew up, like Away in the Manger was always the kids song. We would have like the kids sermon growing up in the early 2000s, and the kids would all come up and we would all sing Away in the Manger on Christmas Eve. And so in my mind, this song has always been like a childish song, but I feel like Phil Wickham took it and with writing these new verses, he opened it up into almost an adult worship song, if that's actually a thing. So it's definitely worth checking out the extra verses that he's written, and maybe it turns into a nostalgic worship moment for your church that bridges that gap between, hey, this is a little kid song that we sang growing up, and bridges it into a adult worship song where we actually use it to praise God and it's not just this nostalgic feel-good moment. Number 6 on the list, Oh Come All You Unfaithful by Sovereign Grace Music. If you feel like crying today, definitely go check out the music video. By the way, I'll link all of these songs down in the description below so you can click on the YouTube video and listen to it right away. But for this one, especially, have a box of Kleenexes with you because this is like, you know, this is the classic, like, Jesus takes care of all of our problems and makes everything better song, which I'm not making fun of. I think that that is a valid message. But in that, as you'll see in the music video, they have like all of these people who went through hard times in their church, sitting there listening to this song for the first time. So it's a pretty powerful music video. Like I said, have your box of tissues with you. And I just had the thought maybe this could transition into the song I Speak Jesus by Charity Gale, because that has like a very similar vibe to it, and that song's really powerful right now. So if you already do I Speak Jesus in your church right now, maybe consider combining these two or putting them back to back. I think that could be a really powerful moment in your Christmas Eve service. Number 5 on the list, Go Tell It on the Mountain by Zach Williams. So get your bass player ready, get your horn section ready. You do have a horn section at your church, right? This is an up-tempo funk version of Go Tell It on the Mountain, which Go Tell It on the Mountain was just asking to be amped up, right? Like it's already got that energy to it, and then Zach Williams just took it to that next level. That being said, a warning for you if you're going to lead this arrangement in your services: don't bite off more than you can chew. If you listen to this arrangement and you're like, I'm not 100% sure that we can do it that way, then maybe just play a different version of Go Tell It on the Mountain. This song is very easy, I think, to try to emulate what Zach Williams does, and unless you really know what you're doing, you're probably not going to live up to that, and it's going to fall flat. So the warning is, don't bite off more than you can chew. Maybe just do the regular arrangement of Go Tell It on the Mountain. Sliding in at the number 4 spot, Joy to the World, Joyful, Joyful by Phil Wickham. This song is nearly 4 years old. That's crazy to me. Where does the time go? This song, I feel like it just came out last year, but no, it's been out for 4 years. This is probably a good opener or an ender. By the way, back to The Chosen, they closed The Chosen Christmas special with this song, and it was like this huge production with all of the bands playing this song. So obviously a good ending song, also a good opening song. I mean, Joy to the World is just a great opener or ender, no matter what version you do, whether you do the Chris Tomlin version or just the standard Christmas carol. But this one is special really because it's got, first of all, like that driving bass, like boom, 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 boom. And then at the end, it opens up into Joyful, joyful, we adore thee, God of glory, Lord of love, whatever the words are there. And so I think that's why it's, in my mind, more of an ender song, a closing song, because it just ends in this beautiful eruption of praise, and everybody knows the joyful, joyful, we adore thee part. So everybody in your church can sing along to that a cappella, and that would be an amazing way to end your Christmas service. Number 3 on the list, O Come All Ye Faithful, His Name Shall Be by Passion. So this one, unlike O Come All Ye Unfaithful, O Come All Ye Faithful is the real Christmas carol that we all know, and this one follows pretty much the standard arrangement of O Come All Ye Faithful. It's a great song already, so Passion knew that they didn't need to mess with it much. The one part they did add to this is taken from Isaiah 9, where it's talking about the Messiah coming, and they say, His name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, all of those titles, and they took that and added that into the song, and it transitions into His name shall be Wonderful Counselor, His name shall be Everlasting Father, and it keeps going on, and then it builds into the We'll Praise Your Name Forever, which I think is where they're getting that, like trying to draw the connection between His name shall be this, and then we're going to praise your name, all of these things that we just sang about. So just sort of a slightly different take on O Come All Ye Faithful. It might be worth checking out if you want something just a little bit slightly different for this Christmas. Number 2 on the list is Christmas Day by Chris Tomlin and We the Kingdom. This song is 3 years old now. Once again, it feels like it just came out last year, but maybe I just have a habit of misremembering things. But this is a huge, victorious song reminding us that Jesus is the reason for Christmas Day. Also, if you want to sing all the better than I just did, then definitely do the song because it's got a lot of fun parts in it. Also, this is a great one if you've got multiple vocalists on your team and you want to do a song where you trade off, because I think Chris Tomlin sings the first verse and then maybe Ed Cash sings the second and then his wife sings the bridge, something along those lines. I know there's a lot of vocal trading back and forth. So if you have a lot of vocalists on your team, maybe try this song out, Christmas Day by Chris Tomlin and We the Kingdom. And number 1 on the list, drumroll please, is Behold by Phil Wickham and Ann Wilson. This is the newest song on the list. It just came out this year, which is probably why it's so popular, and this is a great song. It feels like a classic Phil Wickham song. I mean, just at the beginning, it's like those down strums on the acoustic with a little bit delay on it. Chung, 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 chung. You know how Phil Wickham always does it. And this is actually the one song on the list that I most considered doing for my Christmas Eve service, and then I realized that I already had Behold Him by Paul Baloche, which is pretty much the same idea. Not the same song, but pretty much the same theme, and so I already taught my church that one last year, so I didn't want to do the same one twice. But this is obviously a great worship song. Oh, come, let us adore him. Come, let us adore him. For he alone is worthy, Christ the Lord. And then the bridge is, we give you all the glory, we give you all the glory. That part that always gets added. I'm not sure if it's actually a part of Oh, Come All You Faithful, but it always gets added to the end of Oh, Come All You Faithful. We give you all the glory, we give you all the glory, we give you all the glory, Christ the Lord. And once again, a great song to switch between vocalists on. So if you have a male and a female vocalist that you want to share a song together, check this one out. Now, even though I gave you a list of these top 10 songs, I don't want you to make a huge mistake after you just heard that list if you're planning your worship services. So please check out this video right here, Blocking My Face, because you are about to make a huge mistake in your Christmas worship planning, and I want to help you not make it. So check that video out. I'll talk to you over there.